Hello learners, in this tutorial I am going to explain how to declare the variables in the PLSQL and how to initialize the variable in the PLSQL, and I will explain the scope of the PLSQL variables. So those things I am going to cover with this tutorial. So first of all, we will connect to the Oracle database using SQL developer. So in the previous videos I have explained how to install Oracle 19c versions on the Windows operating system. So still, if you couldn't install that Oracle 19c versions, please watch that video. So if you have any questions, you can comment on the comment sections. Now I will show you how to connect to the Oracle database. Simply, already I have created the connection called system. So go to that connection and go to the properties. Then you can see I have given the system as the connection name, my username also the system, then the password, and the local host is the host name, port is 1521. This is the default port of the Oracle database, and my SID means the database name is ORCL. So I am checking the connections. You can see status is success. It means we have given the correct credentials for the Oracle database. Now we are going to connect to the Oracle database. You can see new SQL query window will open when you are connect to the Oracle database. Now as a first example, I will explain how to initialize how to declare and initialize variables in the PLSQL. For that I am explain a simple PLSQL program. First we will see the syntax of that. Okay. First you have to type the declare, then I am going to initialize a variable name is a. Variable name is a, the data type is integer, and I am initializing a value it is called 10. So implemented the variable called a, it is a data type is integer, and I am initializing 10 for this value. Okay, so ended with semicolon. Then I am initialized another variable, implement another variable, it is called b. Then it is again integer, and I am initializing 30. Okay, so after that I will implement another two variables. One is c, it is again integer variable, and I'm not initializing anything. And also I will create another variable, it is called f, it is a real data type. Okay, then I think in the declaration sections I have initialized all the variables and assigned some values. Okay, then I will start my PLSQL execution section. Execution section start with the begin keyword. In the previous videos I have explained how to execute the PLSQL hello world program. In that video clearly I have explained this logical sections of the PLSQL. So if you have any issues with that, you can watch that video. Okay, so now what I am going to do is I am going to start my PLSQL execution command. So I am going to do a small calculation. Calculation is I am taking the summations of the a and b and assign to the c variable. Okay, it is we can implement like this way. Okay, a plus b. Okay, now when we are now according to this logic, your output will be 40. It means a is 10, b is 30. When you total this a and b, the value will be 40. So that value assigned to the c. Now we are going to print that value. For that you have to take the dbms output put line command. So simply you have to dbms underscore output, t is missing, output dot put line, then open bracket and curly bracket, single quotations, value of C is, then you have to put the concatenations. For the PLSQL, concatenation is the double pipeline, then you have to mention your variable C and end with semicolon. Okay, so okay, now we have initialized another variable called f. So I'm doing a simple calculation for the in the PLSQL block and assign that value into the f variable. Okay, simply you can type 70.0 divide 3.0. Your output will be something like 23.33 something. So that value we are going to print using dbms output put line command. Okay, so I am typing dbms output dot put line. There should be a underscore, then I will print like this way, value of f is, then I put the concatenation, print f. Okay, after that end with semicolon, then I will end my PLSQL block like this. Okay, now you can see I have completed my PLSQL block, and now I am going to execute this PLSQL example. So to execute this one, you can select this one and you have to click on this run button. Okay, now you can see the PLSQL procedure successfully completed, but your output will not was not appear. So to get the dbms outputs, you have to connect to the dbms output window. So there is a green cross sign, so click on that and you can connect to the dbms output for the database. So you have to select the relevant connection name and you can click on the OK. Okay, then again you can execute your command, then you can see your output will be displayed like this. Okay, so according to this, A is 10, B is 30. When you are total this A and B value, it is 40. This value is appear there. Then if you divided 70 divided by 3, it is 23 point something. So that value also display. Okay, so I think in this video we have understand how to initialize the variable in the PLSQL and how to implement declare the variable in the PLSQL. So in the next example we will see the scope of the PLSQL variables. Okay, for that I will do a simple exercise. To execute this command, I will take another SQL query. Okay, so to understand the scope of the PLSQL variable, already I have typed a small PLSQL program. So I will paste that informations into the SQL developer, and after that I will explain the each and every syntax of this code. Okay, now you can see in the declaration sections I have implemented two variable num1 and num2. The data type is number, so 95 and 85. So those are the global variables because we have defined that variable in the declaration section. It is because of that it is called global variables. Okay, then in the begin statement, with the begin statement it has started the PLSQL execution command sections. In that sections you can print your num1 num2 value, which are 95 and 85. Those value print after that. Okay, then you can see inside the PLSQL execution command sections, we are implement another PLSQL block with the declare statement. So in that we have implement the same variable num1 and num2. So we are assigning 195 and 185. So those are the local variables. So normally in the same program we can't use duplicate the variable names, but in this case, as a local and the global variables, we can use the same variable names. So in the inner PLSQL block, again we have display that num1 and num2 using these two values. Okay, so this is the PLSQL variable scope. So from that you can define the global variables and the local variable. So then we will execute this command. You can see once we execute this command, your output will be like this. It means outer variables is 95 and the 85, which are referring to this num1 and num2. So inner variables num1 and num2 are assigning with this value. So this is the variable scope in the PLSQL. So when we are developing a advanced PLSQL program, you have to use those concepts. So if you have any questions on that, you can put on the comment sections, and thank you.